mentioned maybe you're going to have to have, and I just want you to know before she comes here for me to say, she's going to be under a battle for me to actually buy it. So if that's the case, we don't really accept cash at our business, and so it's easy for us to track all of the different trends because every transaction is recorded, every tip's recorded. We're up a few percentage points on that. I don't know why. I felt like the guys like multiple different times, including before. I give them the produce business. You know, obviously they're going to get my Italian coffee, but they get paper and produce. So here we do like 18%, 20%, 22%. And it's easier for a person to choose those options, press a button, and you don't have to think about it. It's just reaction. And anytime you have a suggested tip amount, whether it's on a printed bill or whether it's on a computer screen that you press, it's always gonna make it easier for a customer to want to leave a gratuity.
Rather than leaving it to our own discretion, suddenly we are being prompted into what I call a guilt tip. So we know the guilt trip. This is the guilt tip, where you're looking at a screen and you essentially have three choices. Sometimes one of the choice is no tip, which no one really wants to be hitting. It's difficult when you're staring at an LCD screen with three giant percentages and then a red no tip at the bottom to select that no tip, particularly when you know the server who's just handed you your food is going to be looking at the screen seconds after you push that no tip button, not to mention the line of 5 people behind you who are also looking at what you tip. It's very difficult to feel like the Scrooge. Suddenly, we're in situations where we're being asked to tip where previously it was at our discretion or not at all. In fact, even Starbucks has recently introduced tip screens at point of purchase, which they had not had previously, only tip jars, if that at all. And it's what I call a true invasion, where suddenly these screens are in every establishment we encounter. They're popping up online as well for online orders, and I fear there really is no end.
Tipping went from service industry, restaurants, salons, rideshare, for example. All of a sudden, everyone seems to be wanting to get tipped. It seems like everyone is looking to get a tip, whether it's at the hardware store, the grocery store, the retail store, and really, I believe the culprit of this happens to be from a technology standpoint. That screen is prompted because that's how the company that sold the screen was set up to ask for a tip. It's okay not to tip.
I just kind of consider it part of what the bottom line of whatever service I'm paying for is. And so I'm going to add that 20% or those extra $2, and that's just pretty standard for me.
If it gives me a suggestion, I'm more likely to choose that suggestion that's already there, for ease, I guess, so to speak. With different corporations, I find myself less likely to tip. I'm more likely to tip if it's a small independent business.
One thing that I dislike is when the percentages are all set so high that they're all above 20%, and that doesn't even give me the option. I mean, yeah, you can take your time doing a custom amount, but that's more difficult.